Welcome back, everyone. It's Caleb back with Red Racing Industries. Now, we have finally done it. This is episode 50 of racing every single track and every single car inside of Gran Turismo 7. Now, last time I counted, which is like 60 or 70 different tracks, so we've got a little bit longer to go. But that was also before Gran Turismo added a couple new tracks / layouts. However, we're going to go ahead and continue. We're going to be going back to the Europe, Middle East. Let's go ahead and dive right in with our 2022 Honda Civic Type R. There we go. Diving right into episode 50 of racing every single track and every single car inside of Gran Turismo 7. Now, as we get everything plugged in here, because I'm just continuing from the last episode, literally back to back. I didn't have to plug everything up and unplug and all this other stuff that I do. Because I'm between PC and PlayStation, because I'm still figuring out the PC. So we're still going to be doing this at least pretty heavily until we get to said point. Now, back over to Alsace. Don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, we're going to go over to Village Reverse. So we're going to do just what we did, except in reverse. And we'll go night. We'll go night this time. Let's see how it is. I really do enjoy driving at night. Obviously, it's super bright here. I mean, it's daytime, middle of the day. Okay. Let's get into this race. Okay, so at least it kept my setting. Now, I will say, when I'm racing these things in reverse, the layout seems to not make sense for whatever reason. But it's probably also because I'm not used to it. Once you get used to something, it becomes, second nature and easy. Just different braking zones entirely. Cornering, everything's the opposite. Really? Was that necessary? Come on, man. That's crazy. Okay. Also, I will say one downside about this car. Only one. Okay. Not the reason why I sold it. Well, there's two things I didn't really love about the car, but one downside, and especially for racing, is this car does not have a very big fuel tank. It's a 12-gallon fuel tank with normal driving, good interstate, max I was able to get 20 or 31 miles to the gallon, which is phenomenal out of a car with 300 horsepower. Now it's also manual and sporty. So in my opinion, pretty solid. Now, on the downside of that, you're getting like 9 miles to the gallon if you're pushing it. That's what I was getting when I was on Tell the Dragon on this private event that I went to. And I almost ran out of gas. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I got nervous. I didn't realize that there was an open gas station because it looks deserted. That's my fault. I digress. Now, so I'd go and drive another 10 miles out of the way to go find a gas station. Once again, my fault. Could have known better. But it was a little nerve-wracking the whole time because it's the first time I'd ever run out of fuel in any Civic out of the two Civics I've had. First one being the SI, second one being the Type R. And I gotta say, the Type R is absolutely phenomenal. I know they're expensive. In my personal opinion, I thought it was worth it. And by thought, I still know it's worth it. It's still worth it, even at what it's being about priced at right now, which is MSRP. But anyway, it's a great car. For the power, for the reliability, it's a great car. Now, maintenance is still up there when it comes down to it, but not bad at all. Hit the Lamborghini. Come on. Ah! That is all my fault right there. Every little bit of that was my fault. My goodness. Okay, let's get back in this race. This is what I'm talking about. Anytime I drive something in reverse, it's a lot different, whether I've driven the track or not. Okay, I caught back up to Jader. Come on. Ah. Come on, you Aston. Come on. I do like the back end of those, mainly from Grand Theft Auto, but I don't like the front end of the Vantages. I do, however, really like the newer one. The newer one looks so good. Once again, my fault. Too hard on the brakes. Come on. See if we can't place better than last time. What was it? P6, I think. Take the outside. Okay. Right behind another Aston. Dang it, he's pulling away. There we go, P5. Let's go, we got to keep holding it. This is the last lap though. So we're into the Jaguar. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The vehicle I've purchased doesn't have a manual transmission that I traded the Type R for, and it's a little sad. It's a little relaxing. I'm not gonna lie there as well, but also I know that I'm gonna continue to build the Porsche 944, and that'll be my manual. However, I'm gonna be setting it up for the track, so I might need to get another manual. We'll see how I build it. Because for a time being, it'll be sitting with stock suspension. Come on, Jaguar, quit blocking me. Right past the Ferrari. Don't forget the brake. Not too damn hard. Eee. Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to. Okay, not too hard. Come on, let's see if we can't get P2. P3 is good, but P2 is better. Yeah, it's just something about driving a manual. You're a little bit more connected to the vehicle. Oh, off the track! Off the track! I am not getting this track down. Past the F50, come on! Come on! He's got a faster straight line speed. Like I said, this car is great in the corners. Straight line speed is not something it has. It is phenomenal in the corners, though. There we go. P2. That's what I'm talking about. On a track I didn't feel near as confident in. And I still won. Did better than last time. Didn't modify anything. Didn't change anything. PP. Performance points were the same. Bam. Absolutely love it. Now, in between the videos I was recording, I did check on my order with Best Buy. Nothing. They haven't fulfilled my order yet. They've been open for an hour. Hopefully they fulfill my order. I'm not complaining. I meant to get the replay. Oh, we can do this. Here we go. I meant to get the replay. Okay. Anyway, I do want to say thank y'all again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode 50 of racing every single track, every single car inside of Gran Turismo 7. Now, once again, before I forget, let's go ahead and get that Porsche 944 in here. As always, I'm going to try and speak upon it every single time. Now, I didn't talk about my Porsche 944, but let's get Gran Turismo to add the Porsche 944 into Gran Turismo. Other than that, I'll see y'all on the next episode.